May I ask about your SpongeBob necklace there?
SpongeBob.
Yeah, why SpongeBob?
He lives in a pineapple up under the sea.
And you can relate to that sometimes?
I can relate to that, and I'm also in the new SpongeBob 3 movie coming out.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Nice. Yeah, well, it's the least they could do. Are you promoting
Give me a
them?
chain, like, right? Give me something.
You were at... Which game were you at?
I was at game 3.
3, up in Oakland.
Yeah.
Were you rooting for the Warriors?
Well, I'm a California guy, so I just basically was rooting for some good basketball, and then me being in Northern California, I guess I was rooting for the Warriors.
Now, you say you're a California guy, but you never root for the Clippers, do you?
Never.
Never, yeah. Because you're a Lakers fan.
Right.
So that's what I wanted to ask you about. Drake is a friend of yours, right?
Right.
Yeah. Drake's a Raptors fan, but he has Steph Curry and Kevin Durant tattooed on his body. Would you ever get a Clipper tattooed on your
Never.
body? Never. It's unthinkable, right?
That means it's outlandish.
Who do you want to come to the Lakers? There have been a lot of rumors. There's a lot of speculation. In your perfect world, who plays with LeBron?
Kawhi Leonard. Anthony Davis.
That'd be a good start.
Right.
For sure.
Right.
Yeah. Do you ever talk to these guys? Do you ever call them and sell them on LA?
Well, you know, I'm not considered tampering because I'm not a part of the ownership.
Right.
So I have definitely reached out to a lot of players that I felt that I wanted to see play on our team, but I'm not one of the general managers, so I don't control that. But at the same time, I try to influence by saying that there are many business opportunities, there's many things that we could provide for you outside of basketball. You know what I'm saying?
Specifically? I know exactly what you're saying. Things you might not be able to get up in Toronto.
Exactly.
Although maybe you can, I guess, yeah. Okay, interesting. Well, you know, would you ever consider position with the Lakers? Like, let's say Magic left. If they just said, Snoop, why don't you be president of basketball operations? Would you snap that up?
I'd take it on.
You would?
I'd take it on.
When it came to trading players, cutting players, do you think you would have like the heart to do that sort of thing?
It's a business.
Yeah.
And they have to understand that. It's not personal, it's a business. And if somebody wants to trade you, that just means that you didn't do your job. That's why you were on the trading block. But if you was doing your job, your name would never be on the trading block.
Yeah, well, sometimes a good player will get traded to get a different
indeed,
position.
but that's meaning that he has some sort of sideline. You know, him and the coach don't get along, or the upstairs don't get along.
What about the marijuana test, though, for the NBA? Does that apply to the president of basketball operations?
That's the first rule we're getting rid of.
That's So, Snoop, you have an album coming out. It's called, as I mentioned, I Want to Thank Me.
Yes.
And I was on your show with Martha Stewart, and we discussed your Hollywood... Snoop was inducted in the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
I'm apologizing early.
Snoop, there were 3 speakers on Snoop's behalf, Quincy Jones, Dr. Dre, and yours truly, and we each gave a speech, and at the end, Snoop said, I want to thank Quincy, you're, a mentor to me, I want to thank Dre, you believed in me, and most of all, and I'm like, wow, most of all, I want to thank me, not me, but him, me. So, I was like, oh, but what about, anyway, I figured out a way we can put this behind us.
Can we?
Yes, and here it is. You don't have any cover art for your album yet, right?
No, I don't.
Okay, well, we've made something, and I'd just like you to consider this. Now, I think this could be a really...
That's kind of hot.
What do you think?
That's kind of hot. Hey, they used to do that in the 60s with the black artists. They didn't want them on the cover, so they would take somebody else and put another face on there. Let's do it.
I like it. It's got history and everything.
I like that. That's
anyway,
fine,
just
Jimmy.
think about it. So, put up the photograph of the Guinness. You set a Guinness World Record recently. The largest gin and juice ever, right? How many gallons was that, do you know?
Man, that thing was at least 50 gallons, man, because we just kept pouring and pouring and pouring and pouring. Then we started stirring. I'm like, well, how are we supposed to drink this stuff?
Well, I would like to set a Guinness World Record with you, if we could. Wow. And that is the smallest gin and juice ever. Now we have tiny. What's the right ratio for a proper gin and juice?
You got to put more juice than gin.
More juice than gin.
If you want to finish the show.
Okay, so I'll do the juice.
Okay, juicer. Bang.
And
Juicer.
then. Ooh.
That's tight. Look at that. You got a little chemistry lab going on up here.
Yeah, it's fun. And then,
That don't come out like juice. That come out like something else. What is that? What you
We're
trying
running
to
a
make?
fertility program.
You trying to make me drink on TV?
Now I would like you to do the honors with the gin. There we go. Nice. Well done. Oh, you've done this before.
Oh yeah. With baking soda. Baking soda.
Nice. And now we can have a toast to you and your new album and to our new Guinness World Record for tiniest gin and juice. To you, Snoop Doggy Dogg. Delicious. Snoop Dogg, everybody. His album, I Wanna Thank Me, comes out next month. Thanks for watching. If you liked that video, click the subscribe button. And if you didn't like it, well, you hurt my feelings.